Hello, these are some spring cabbages I was given over a month ago, half a dozen. They should be in the raised bed by now, but I'm running well behind schedule with these because some of the timbers on the raised beds had gone rotten and I needed to replace them, and as we were moving into autumn and winter, then that was the time to do it when the beds were empty. So I've been replacing those timbers. I haven't quite got finished yet, and these spring cabbages will go into a raised bed just as soon as that job's completed. But what I'm also doing with these spring cabbages, I'm conducting an experiment. Have you heard of air pots? Air pots. Can you see the difference between those two yogurt pots? Let me pop these to the back of this table and explain. So when I first got these spring cabbages, one of the things I did want to do was pot them up into these yogurt pots and try to get a big root system before we move them on into the raised bed. That's one of the mitigators against club root. If you can get a big root system on your brassicas before you plant them, then if there is club root present in the soil, that big root system that you've already got on your brassicas will help deliver a vegetable at the end of the growing season. Even if they do contact club root, that good start in life should carry them through to produce a nice cabbage at the end of the growing season. So I did want to put them in these yogurt pots, and let me show you what I've done by way of conducting an experiment. That's a yogurt pot, plain and simple. Okay, that's a yogurt pot that's become a plant pot. I've simply popped 4 holes in the bottom. So that's a yogurt pot, plant pot. That's a yogurt pot, plant pot that's been converted into a yogurt pot, air pot, by drilling all these holes around the side of the pot. This has now become an air pot. Now I've seen the showmen grow vegetables in these air pots, mainly onions and leeks, and the idea being is that the root system that develops inside this air pot will try to come through the holes. Those roots will be air pruned and the plant will produce even more roots inside that soil ball. Now that's exactly what we want with these spring cabbages, if we can pull it off. I've never seen anybody do this before with spring cabbages. I don't know if it'll work, but what I'm going to do now is I've got 3 of these in these yogurt pots, and I've got 3 of them in these yogurt pot air pots. Okay, and they've been in these pots for over a month. Let's take them out, have a look at the root ball, and I'll let you decide if you think this has actually given me a bigger root system. Okay, let's do it. Let's just check where we are. Yep. Yep. So we're going to go with the 3 cabbages that are planted up in yogurt pots. Yogurt pot, plant pots. These are the 3 cabbages in yogurt pot, air pots. Let's hope these guys will come out. They should do. Oh yeah. Okay, it's a nice fine root system. I think we would be happy with that. Okay, we'll just move that to one side, like that. Yeah, we've got a fine root system on that. I'd like to see more root in that pot actually, before I plant that one out. Let's pop that down there. Yep. What do you think? Yeah, there's some nice fine roots there. Again, I would like more root in that particular soil ball. So that's the 3 spring cabbages grown on in yogurt pots. Now, these are the yogurt pot air pots, as you can see. Let's see what we've got here. What do you think? There actually looks to be more roots on that plant than the other 3. I'm just going by where it's got to the bottom, and there just seems to be more roots on that brassica grown in that yogurt pot air pot. What do you think? I know you'll let me know. I know you'll let me know. Right, let me put that to one side. Do this one. Yeah, not as many roots on that one, is there? Not as many roots as the one you've just looked at. But we've got a root ball, yeah. And it must be a significant root ball, because this compost not falling away, is it? If there were no roots in there holding that together, that would be all over the place. Last one. Oh yeah, I think that's the best of the bunch. I've saved the best till last. That's an excellent root ball, isn't it? Loads of root there. So, let's see if we can give you a better look at these. How we're going to do this. I don't think we'll get them all. Oh, we might do. That's provided they don't fall off the end of this table. This is going to be a squeeze. You see? Stage them across slightly, because we don't want them finishing up on the ground, do we? How's that? So we've got yogurt pot, air pot, yogurt pot, air pot, yogurt pot, air pot, yogurt pot, plant pot, yogurt pot, plant pot, yogurt pot, plant pot. Is there a difference? Can you see a difference? Well, we've done the experiment. Please let me know what you think about these air pots, if they look as though they're working. We're definitely going to give it a go with leeks and onions next year when we start those off. We'll try some in those yogurt pot air pots, see if they do air prune before we move them into the raised bed or up into bigger pots or bigger buckets. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give me a thumbs up. Please come back to me, let me know what you think about these yogurt pot air pots, and I think the next time you see me we'll be planting these guys in the raised bed. Okay, so this is Homegrown Veg signing out.